Hey guys, how you doing? Gavin Timms with REI Network. Welcome back for another episode. Happy New Year again. We are still in January. We're still in pretty new to the new year. And I want to come back with another episode and talk about something that I'm kind of passionate about and I think that's really important, especially if you're new getting into investing or you're seasoned. I actually taken on some clients this week that are pretty seasoned in the business. One of them doing over 400,000 last year, but again, kind of has a job, doesn't have a business. All right, and I think that's one of my main focuses this year. Is we talk a lot about the systems and the things that you need, especially automation, delegation. But it's more than that. We need to actually think about actually building a business that serves us. And that's the difference. I personally do not have the vision, okay, to have a massive business with a ton of people in it, with an office, and all of these things. It's just not that I'm not capable of doing it. It's just not the vision that I see. So in my coaching program, okay, and this isn't a plug for this, but I want to talk about some of the training that I have, and I may actually separate this and sell this as a course. I'm not sure yet, but I'm very big on giving you the fundamental basics of like wholesaling, virtual wholesaling, right? Getting them basics understood. The marketing, the talking to sellers, the making offers, the follow up, doing the basic things in the business. But then in the second part of the course is called building a business, okay? And understanding the components and the choices that you need to make in this business to be successful. Now, it all starts, okay, with thinking bigger, coming up with the bigger picture, something that is going to actually serve you, and literally living your vision and not someone else's. I've talked about this before, and I struggle with this just like you guys will. Sometimes when I'm in masterminds, I'm with the best of the best, I'm with high level people, but I start to fall into this trap of living their vision and not mine. And I already have, I work hard. I'm stressed like other people. I live the dream like other people, right? And that is business, and that's what that's just the ways of life. Life isn't easy, and you have to get through difficult times. And I'm no different. But the big thing is I look at, like, sometimes you have to sit back and kind of look at the success and look where you've come. And the goals that I had years and years ago, I've 10x them already, and now my goals are even higher. And it's quite amazing to think, my life right now that, I'm from England. I have a wife. I have, the animals, the dogs, the cat that we travel with. We have a house in Savannah, Georgia, which is home base. We have a house in Phoenix. We have a house in Michigan. I have a RV Class A that I'm in a lot, that I get to travel a lot in. We spend about 3 months of the year in that. And I travel place to place, and then from them places, I have rental properties, and it's great because I can do business from anywhere. And that was the big thing. Now, if someone said, well, let's look at your numbers and how many deals are you doing compared to other people, of course, hands down, there's more people doing more business than me. But are they happy, and do they have the lifestyle that I have? And that is something, every decision that I make now, I look at and say, does this align with what I'm trying to do? Is this going to take any more of my time? And that's how I make decisions now. And sometimes there are opportunities to make more money, to get involved in new ventures. But then again, am I going to be working, 16-hour days trying to make it work, and all of them things? So you have to kind of get this down and try and build it around you. Now, when I built this for me, originally was, I'm from England and I need to get home. I am willing to work as hard as anyone else, but I want to be able to work from a phone and a laptop and from anywhere in the world, not just the country. And that's kind of what I created. And then obviously you start to put more systems in place to get your time back. And I'm very big on, if you want to drive a business forward, it becomes where you need to start working on the business and not in the business. Okay. You need to stop wearing the hats of every position, and you need to get key players, Navy SEALs, right, in them positions, as leaders to be able to, you know, drive forward, drive your business forward, and put a lot of trust in them to make them things happen. So it all starts with having, you know, the bigger picture, having that vision. Okay. Then the way that I teach as well, you need to think about, I call it the 3 phases, okay, versus partnership. Okay. And it's kind of like a fork in the road where you need to decide with your time and how you want to structure this business. What are you going to do? Okay. There's 3 things that happen, 3 decisions in business, and I probably talk about these a lot. It's very simple. They're done by you. Tasks in your business are done by you, somebody else, or they don't get done. That's it. They're done by you, someone else, or they don't get done. You need to decide out of all these tasks, what are you doing? What is someone else going to do? Or what are you choosing if you don't do any of them things that it's not going to get done, right? And that comes then to go, okay, well, how am I going to build this business to serve me? And there's different things, and I can give examples. If I'm working full time and you're like, I have money to invest, one of my main models is partnership, okay, where you can build a system, a marketing stream to get leads going for somebody else that has the opposite to you. So as me as an investor, for instance, I say, right, I have money, but I don't have a lot of time. My investing needs to be built around systems and marketing, delivering leads, where someone else's time is the opposite, where they don't have the money to invest in marketing systems, but they have the time to spend talking to sellers and making offers and moving deals. You two can then mirror together. And that is kind of a partnership where you find someone local on the ground and you do business in that way. And then once you're making money, you can transition out of that and then work on the business, you know, with an acquisition or disposition and go into that model. Okay. And some of these are, it's you've got to identify this because then you can actually build it out and take massive action. And that's one of my biggest things this year is going to be, how do I actually build a business to serve me? So again, not anyone else. This is you to put around your schedule to still make money in this business. And remember, it's going to go to 3 things. I'll say them one more time. It's done by you, someone else, or it doesn't get done at all. Okay. Once then you've identified, are we going to go into a partnership? So you're going to look for a local wholesaler on the ground, or you're going to build a team where you're going to build a team of VAs. You're going to maybe have, if you're going virtual, a runner on the ground, someone to go and view properties, take pictures, put a lockbox on, get a contract signed. Okay. Or you're going to hire an acquisition or a disposition. Now, you only want to hire an acquisition when you have enough leads that you can't handle. And again, maybe you're in a 9 till 5 or a 9 till 10 job, right? 12-hour days, whatever it may be. And you need to hire an acquisition. Well, you only need to hire an acquisition if you have enough leads to justify keeping that person busy, to be able to then give them the best chance of making money in this industry as well. So you can go in acquisition. You never want to hire a disposition until you actually have deals to move. I see you all out there trying to hire a disposition with no deals. You're killing the person, right? Because they can't make any money unless you're going to be paying them, which you shouldn't if they've got nothing to do. Yes, they could be building buyers lists. Yes, they can be networking with buyers, building relationships and doing all them things. But again, to a business move, you need to hire at the right time and you need to have deals to be able to be moved. Okay. Then you look at, well, when does an admin or an asset manager come in, right? Do you have rental properties that they're going to run? Do you have an admin as a personal assistant to keep you on track that can manage all your VAs for you? Okay. You need to look as you start webbing this business, okay, as a business owner, you need to have key players that have teams under them. And when I say teams, again, I'm not talking about massive offices, but for instance, I have 3 people that report to me, and then my lead VA has 5 VAs that report to them, and so on and so on. So I'm big into virtual assistants, again, making sure that we stay profitable. I've got no interest in running a business, okay, on 10% profits. It just doesn't work for me. I would prefer to do less and do bigger profit deals. That's just me. and my opinion on how I want to do it. And then you got to look at training. Okay, how are you going to train and keep these people accountable? Making sure that you have the training modules, making sure that you're documenting, okay, to be able to build this business. And you don't have to be the one doing all of that. I just had a coaching call yesterday with someone, and we used videos that they created for somebody else 2 years ago, and we found out that we could just use them. We don't need to go and reinvent doing the same thing. So remember the steps that you're doing now, even if you're not ready to be building a team, start documenting your processes, because that will be your training. You do not have to sit there and start holding someone's hand through the process. You don't need to be doing that. You need to be able to having their meetings, but let them watch the training, let it digest, let them have a go, and then let them explain to you, and then you can tweak and add to make them better. Okay, you've also got to look at the pay structure. How are you going to pay these people, right? Are you going to do W-2? Are you going to do commission only? Are you going to do a drawback? Okay, a lot of people now, it's hard to get commission only out there, guys, especially in the current environment that we're in. It's hard to get commission only people because don't want to work, and people are overpaying and doing sign-on bonuses and all this stuff that we're dealing with. A lot of people are going to W-2 employees, and some people are like, well, I don't want to do that. So maybe you offer them an hourly rate plus commission, or a drawback where you pay them money to keep the lights on, and then they give you back that in the commission, then they make money on top of that. And these are discussions that there's no right or wrong way. You have to look at the area you're in, the area that you're recruiting from, the area that you're working, and a lot goes into that. But pay structure is super, super, super important. Okay, to make sure that you have that down, and it can be a sliding target, and it can be so many deals, and they get more money, and it goes on. But understanding this so you can actually put it in place. Okay. And once you have if you go that way versus the partnership way, you should be able to then, as you get these key players and you start to hand off, you can then start to put more time and energy on the business, getting more leads, better leads, going into the next area, bringing in the next strategy. I see you all trying to do 10 strategies and it's just you. You're going to bottleneck. You cannot be doing 5 or 3 wholesale deals a month, bringing creative finance to do 2 creative finance and 1 wholesale deal a month, and you're still only doing 3 deals a month. You have to make sure that you are, okay, now I have an acquisition focusing on cash. Now I'm going to go and learn creative finance. So any creative finance leads, I'm going to work. And then I'm going to train someone in doing that, or whatever your steps may be in terms of building that business out, making sure this whole time that you have the goal in mind of it fitting your vision to get you out of the job, to work less, whatever it is. And everyone's different in terms of their earnings, and their visions are different. I have people that say, I just want to make 100 grand a year. I'm telling you now, 100,000 a year, you can be doing this when you get this going and set up. You can be doing this very easily with like you and one other person. You can do that, okay? And then you will build from that. And some people go, well, I need 1 million a year, or I want 1 million a year, whatever it may be. So you will be setting up accordingly. But you've got to have the faith to dive in. You've got to have the mindset that nothing is going to stop you, because no one is going to do it for you, guys, okay? Nobody is going to do it for you. So you've got to step up, get out your comfort zone, and think, if you're making 60 grand a year, 70,000 a year, 100,000, 200,000, they are numbers for most people in the United States where you can replace that very easily. I hate using the word easy, because it's not easy, but easily, in terms of doing this in real estate. If you apply yourself and you work hard in the right areas and you dig in early on in your investing career to get things going, you will be rewarded later on. Okay. And I have clients that have done 5 deals closed in 60 days. I have people that take 6 months to do a deal. And people are like, well, how quickly? And it's all about you. Well, how much effort are you going to put in? How much are you going to show up every single day? You're going to show up for an hour, you're going to show up for 6 hours, you're going to show up for 10 hours. And all these things, it's going to go quicker, right? And then being held accountable. So I just wanted to share some things, and then again, I could go into the partnership of finding a local wholesaler and bringing that together, where you work on them building a marketing machine with systems of marketing and VAs. Okay, bringing in them leads for them to work, and you focus on letting them do what they're good at, and again, get that going and making that a success as well. Okay, so there's multiple options that we have here. The other thing is as well. I'm not sure yet. I may bring my program out. So I don't have course. I only teach in the coaching that get access, but I might actually do it as a course. I'm not a huge fan of courses, even though I do them sometimes, but I believe that I like to interact with people. I like to get hands on and get in, and I do daily calls with all of my clients, right? So I'm on live. We're having live calls every single day, Monday to Friday. And I like that because I can have a big impact and get results faster. And sometimes with a course, when you watch your modules, are you actually going to do anything? Because I'm not there saying, get it done. Come on, let's go. You can do this. Let's look at this. Let's analyze this deal. All of them things. So I may do it. I'm not 100%. But watch out for that, okay? Make sure you're on my email list. Go and get some of my downloads. You can go to reinetwork.com/downloads. Make sure you're on my email list if you want to see that. Also, make sure you check me out on YouTube. If you're watching me there, make sure you subscribe and like, and also on the podcast, RI Network with Gavin Timms. Make sure you do that. I'm going to be breaking these, what I've talked, I'm going to be breaking these down in mini series throughout this year. And I want to be bringing a lot of content, a lot of value to you. Okay. So I appreciate you all, guys. Watch out for the course. Okay. If I do it, but also watch out for whatever else is coming. I'm going to be trying to do more live content, lives, all of them things, and go from there. So appreciate you. And I will talk to you all soon. Have a good one. I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.